God morning and good morning. Welcome to another episode of Talking Cancer, My Journey, My Way. I am your host, Luis Lopez. I am currently living and enduring through stage 4 colorectal metastatic cancer and just enjoying life due to a lot of changes that I made um, within the course of my journey. Um, One of the biggest being my nutrition, going completely plant based, feeling well, um, actually, that helping my digestion, um, which was really giving me complications at one point. But with the help of my acupuncturist and getting my energy flowing and things like that, things have been feeling great. Um, as far as what's going on the inside, how that's affected me, I don't quite know yet. As I will be going to the doctor, I believe next week. So that'll be interesting to see. I mean, like I said before in past episodes, not really sure um, why I'm getting the test. I mean, do I really want to know if it's getting bigger or not? You know, um, not quite sure, to be honest with you. Um, I think it's just probably like the normal thing to do, I guess. And I think the biggest part was really just to get my latest readings so I could submit them to Leo. And that Leo is an online AI app that has like basically just spits out different. Um, Once you enter all your stuff, it basically spits out all the different uh, options that you may have. All the latest clinical trials, things of that nature. But I wanted to, kind of keep on the theme since it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I wanted to talk to you today um, about age, breast cancer, and age. Okay, age. I got this. This is actually be a reading from Susan G. Komen. Okay, um, and it says here age. Age is an established risk factor for breast cancer. The older a woman is, the more likely she is to get breast cancer. Rates of breast cancer are low in women under 40. About 4% of women diagnosed with breast cancer in the U.S. are younger than 40. Rates begin to increase after age 40 and are highest in women over the age of 70. Age at diagnosis from 2016 to 2020 is their most recent data available. The median age for diagnosis of breast cancer for women in the U.S. was 63. The median is the middle value of a group of number, so about half of women with breast cancer are diagnosed before age 63, and about half are diagnosed after 63. The median age of breast cancer diagnosis varies by race and ethnicity. For example, black women tend to be diagnosed at a younger age than white women. From 2014 to 2018, most recent data available, the median age at diagnosis for black women was 60 compared to 64 for white women. Breast cancer in men. The older a man is, the more likely he is to get breast cancer. However, breast cancer is much less common in men than in women. Um, from 2014 to 2018, which is the most recent data available, the median age of diagnosis of breast cancer for men in the U.S. was 68. The median is the middle value of a group of numbers, so about half of a man's breast cancer diagnosis are before and under. Um, Let me see. The median age for breast cancer diagnosis varies amongst race. For example, black men tend to be diagnosed at a younger age. They tend to be diagnosed at 64 compared to 69 in white men. It says why is age related to breast cancer risk? The older we are, the more likely abnormal changes will occur in our cells. When many of these changes occur, cancer develop. Although the graph that is shown rate of zero in some age groups, there are a few cases of breast cancer in these age groups. However, the numbers are too small to appear on the table. And that was updated. This has been updated recently, not too long ago, um, May 16th of 2023. So these are the latest statistics in regards to age. Now, when you look at this stuff, the older you get, obviously, um, our immune system tends to, start breaking down and things like that. But definitely, age plays a part in cancer. Period. It doesn't really matter, um, what type of cancer you have. I don't believe, but definitely there's a breakdown in your cells that show that. I think that's pretty common across the board, where you're deficient in something over time. Sometimes when you get a particular type of cancer at a young age, more than likely you were born, with a deficiency. So it allowed your immune system to be attacked or your cells to be attacked earlier. You know. So for the most part, though, age plays a huge factor in especially colorectal cancer, as we know that that's why the age group for colorectal cancer is 45, just for the simple fact that's when um, you start getting to an age where they understand that the body is breaking down. They say, okay, 45, when they will give you a test and check for polyps and things like of that nature. That's why they recommend the colonoscopy. But like I said a few days ago, I believe that they should change the age. Now, I haven't done enough research um, with breast cancer to say the same, but I'm assuming I would assume that some of the things are probably the same. Like, okay, if a woman gets breast cancer, more than likely it just didn't happen overnight, right? It's been somehow developing over some time. Now, what that time is, I don't quite know, but I know for colorectal, once diagnosed, it could have been um, developing for at least 10 to 15 years, you know. So, if my assumption is correct, something similar has been happening or was happening or is happening with breast cancer. So I think that's a real issue. That's I mean, not an issue, but I think that's really important because I think it's important that our young women out there um, know how to do exams on themselves at a young age. So the question being, are we teaching our kids how to self-examine so they understand the difference in what they're feeling, as they're doing a self-exam? You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. And then you got these little things too. Like for me, they said that colorectal cancer is genetic. Blah blah blah. Now, um, and even though the geno test that I did said it wasn't, so these are all questions that I have, and just trying to figure out more about what's going on. So, but being that, let's say it is genetic for me, but being that I have cancer cells, I think everybody has some sort of cancer cells. Our immune system just does a great job of fighting them. Um, but because, the cancer was stronger in me, I wonder, even though the does that get passed on to my kids in the form of maybe a different type of cancer? Or does it just strictly stick to, no, this is colorectal cancer, so your daughter get colorectal cancer? You know what I mean? Like, because I look at my history of my family, and I think I don't think I met anybody so far with colorectal cancer. They've all have something different. They've had like skin cancer and um, what is it? Breast cancer, so on and so forth. So I mean, but no one's ever had like colorectal cancer, at least to my knowledge, or maybe they didn't get tested. I don't know. Um, I know I was speaking to someone in Texas on my dad's side. Didn't say he had colon cancer, but he did have like a stomach type of cancer. So I think that's probably like the closest that I've gotten to anybody um, with that. But anyways, um, so I was just curious if that's something that's possible to pass down, and it maybe mutate into some different type of cancer. You know, being that there's a weakness, in the cells and things like that. Probably passed down through me. So, but yeah, so those are little things that kind of stick out into my head, wondering, um, are those things kind of possible, things like that. So, but yes, and the fact of the matter is it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Now, I pat Susan G. Komen, for making this pink ribbon such a huge thing. You know, now it's a catch-22 because there's so many people that make money on the back end because of the pink ribbon and all the things that they do, all the ideas that come out, different types of shirts and wristbands and whatever. And a lot of people, it turns into a profitable type of thing. Um, and that's probably the negative side of things, where people try to benefit off of um, this disease. But if you flip that around, it also makes more people aware because they're able to see it more. Yes, people are capitalizing, but they're also keeps them aware. So again, it is a catch 22. Um, Now, how much does a person dive into breast cancer to find out, hey, I may have it, la da 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 da. I don't know. So definitely something that needs to be talked about for sure. Maybe on a later episode or whatever. But the I think the fact that, hey, you're always going to have somebody that reaps the benefits of a product, to try to come up with their own ideas, and you know and a lot of it is just for financial gain. um, I think for the most part, if somebody did that, hey, that's their thing. um, but say like they came up with a shirt design or whatever, and there was no some of the proceeds could go to this or that foundation. Okay, now if that's the case, okay, no money went to anything, but they sold their breast cancer shirt. Now, like I said, it's a good and a bad thing, because now somebody's wearing that shirt advertising for breast cancer. It's not really about the the profit margin that somebody gained, but more about the advertisement and making people aware. So, even though there are those people out there that benefit, I think it's a good thing, even though they are, and none of the proceeds go to breast cancer. But the fact that they're able to contribute to the awareness is huge. So, keep doing what you thing, keep doing your thing, keep promoting, keep helping with the cause. Believe it or not, those people that are only out for profit are assisting, you know, and they are making people aware of the disease. So that's a good thing. Keeping it in your face and letting people know, hey, people are being diagnosed with breast cancer regularly, and they're living, surviving, all of that. So please do. In you know, breast cancer is a serious thing. I mean, save the boobies, right? Yeah, for real. I've done a couple Susan G. Komen walks, and I might do one this year as well, as my friend has been diagnosed with breast cancer. So I want to say she's what they call it, a triple negative or something like that. So I'm definitely praying for her and her well-being, as I know she's going through treatment as we speak. So that's another episode for another day, and hopefully, maybe one day I could get her on here to, just talk about her journey. If she wishes. I know it's not an easy journey to talk about, um, but definitely want to continue just raising awareness about cancer. Um, Today, specifically, breast cancer. Um, Also, with my walk with colorectal cancer, just kind of just getting that out there and expressing to the people the importance of pre-screening. You know, getting out there and pre-screening, because if you're gonna beat it, you need to catch it early. Doesn't matter the type of cancer that you have, you need to catch it early. The highest rate of success of beating or allowing this cancer to go into remission, and or however you want to mentally wrap your brain around it. That's the best way to to beat it, really, just to survive and be able to live and thrive in a normal world where your treatments aren't as harsh, they're not so strong, things like that. So, definitely look into this. Your screening. Definitely talk to your doctor. Hey, if you're younger and you don't know how to do exams and things like that on yourself, hey, talk to a friend, talk to a family member. The next time you go get a checkup with your doctor, ask them, say, hey, you know what? I want to start learning how to do self exams, things of that nature. So you can start the process early. If you feel something, know yourself, know your body, know what things feel like. Hey, this don't feel right. Something feels weird. Please do so. You know what I mean? So, anyways, uh, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I don't know if I'll do this every day, but as I tend to just kind of touch on the topic and different uh, things about breast cancer, um, I definitely will bring that to you. Of course. There's no reason why not to, because the show does not discriminate on anything, age, race, or anything, or and definitely doesn't discriminate on the type of cancer that you are talking about. Remember, this is talking cancer, my journey, my way. Okay, so and this is what we're gonna do: continue to move and continue to thrive and endure during these trials, during these times. Because your mind state is the biggest thing to deal with. How to wrap your head around it, how to live, how to survive, how to endure, um, how to be positive. Okay. Anyways, that's my time. That's my time today. Thank you. God bless. I appreciate you, everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, or follow. And that's my time. I'm out. Peace, love, one.